Yes, hi, my name's Norman Pollack, and I'm Vice President of Choice Cabinetry. The Bright and Green project, Robert Scrano Architects came to me and asked me to help with the design of the kitchens and the design of the material used in the cabinets. And there were some restrictions that were put onto our company. Mainly the cabinets had to be green or qualify for all LEED points that they could get. So we chose materials that accomplish that feat. So what you see is a beautiful facade. What you don't see is the bodies of the cabinets are made out of special plywood that have no added urea formaldehyde and is a very green product. So that's a very good thing. So my role was to help in the design of this kitchen and the choosing of the material. The material is somewhat unique in that this is a 3D foil that's been applied to a substrate. It's a textured 3D foil, so it's very easy to keep clean, and it adds a depth dimension to the material. We also added aluminum framed glass doors to give another texture, another element to the kitchen. And the drawers in this kitchen are the finest drawer made. It's a double walled metal drawer system with an undermount track, and as you get close to closing, it closes itself quietly. So the quality of the materials used here are excellent. So that was kind of my role. Our company also supplied the installation of the cabinets. So aside from manufacturing the cabinets, we were also here to install them to make sure they were installed correctly. My experience in working at Bright and Green was to be here on a somewhat regular basis to make sure the installations were going as scheduled. I had a crew of 4 people here, and after the kitchens were installed, there was a time lag before the bathroom vanities were decided on, and then we made the bathroom vanities and mirrors and medicine cabinets. And then we came back and spent about another week installing those cabinets. You have storage on the bottom shelf and a mid shelf, so that holds a lot of material. And there's also a storage cabinet above where the homeowner would have 2 shelves to store things. These cabinets in total are 30 inches high, which is considered to be the standard in the cabinet industry, but adding the shelves the way they are provide that much more storage space. Yes, this building is uniquely designed and is very much a unique building. I'm a suburban guy, so I'm used to living in a larger square footage area with a lot of room around me. When I come to buildings like this all the time, because this is what we make our cabinets for, this building is quite unique, and I could almost see myself living here because of the amenities that are here and the design and function of the unit. This building is green, which is unique for buildings in this area. The quality of life in a building like this has fewer risks than if it were a normally built building. So the quality of life here is as good as it can get in a residential building. That's a tough question for me to answer because I really don't live around here. But I would say other architects and other builders will probably put up buildings similar to this in this area. So they'll purchase older homes, tear them down to the ground, and then I think you'll see more buildings like this going up. That's another tough question because I wasn't involved in the total design of the building. But I believe because of the solar panels that it has and the way it's positioned, the way the building is built in relation to north-south, I think they've considered a lot of things. So when severe weather comes, I think it's going to hit the side of the building instead of the windows of the building. So again, I think from a design standpoint, this is very well designed and engineered. Our company, Choice Cabinetry, is very much involved in construction. Even though we're not the ones actually building the buildings, we're the ones that speak to the architects and developers and builders about the types of cabinets that go into their homes. So yes, I see us as, if not a leader, certainly an integral part of this industry. I could see myself living in this building. Again, I'm not from this area. This Brighton Beach area is unique in the people that live down here. But I like the design. I like the appointments that they have in here. And if my lifestyle changed, this is an area I could see myself living in, yes. I'm an old guy. I'm almost 65. And my entire adult life, I lived in a suburban area where I have a two-car garage and a driveway and grass all around my house, and the next house is no more than 20 feet away, so there's space between the houses, and I have to drive to get a cup of coffee instead of walking around the block. So this is very different for me. It's all we get used to. I mean, I'm a Philadelphia guy. I actually live in Pennsylvania, and I was born in Philadelphia, and I went to college in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia was the city I knew. And all during my life, because I was a sports enthusiast of Philadelphia teams, I hated New York because New York and Philadelphia were always competing teams. Until I started working in this industry, and I started coming to Manhattan, Staten Island, Brooklyn, even Hoboken, Jersey City, to see how the other part of the world lived. And now I can tell you that New York is the most amazing city in the world. It's the best city in the world. I think it's the innovations that Robert Sgrano has planned into this building. I think it's absolutely unique, and I give him a lot of credit for what he's come up with here. So that's the most exciting thing for me, to see something that's different than every other building I go to. And it should be exciting for the people that live here. Our company supplies cabinets to high rises in Manhattan and Jersey City and Hoboken and Brooklyn and Staten Island. A typical job for us is maybe 200 to 300 kitchens in a building. So that's volume-wise a big part of our business. A smaller part of our business is that we supply to management companies, buildings that have existed for 20, 30 years, where they're starting to renovate the kitchens, where we'll come in and we'll offer our design expertise and change slightly the design of the kitchen, so the people get benefit of the more modern technology in kitchens. And then we also do a lot of single-family houses, whether they're $200,000 or $2 million in sales. We supply cabinets to those homes as well. Well, Mike was a very good superintendent to work with because he was hands-on, and if there was an issue, he would call up and we could discuss it and take care of it, instead of somebody that just once a week would come by and say, I like this, I don't like this. He was involved all the time, so that meant the job went smoother.